aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
I want what you white hoes get, and I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
it was me you loved. Baby, I wish it was me you loved.
Honest to God, you such a pretty thing. All locked up in the crib by yourself.
He comes home from work just to eat and sleep.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hit that like button, guys. Thank you for coming out once again. As you may know, you might have felt a disturbance in the force, you know. Your cortisol might have been spiking inexplicably yesterday. That's because yesterday was International Women's Day. And being a professional misogynist, I have to talk about women internationally. I was going to do it yesterday, but I decided it would have been safer for everybody for me to remain in my bunker in an undisclosed location until Women's Day had officially passed. But now that International Women's Day is officially over, I'm here for it. I am here for it. We have to talk about international women. And no, I don't think liberals still know liberals do not know what a woman is. We had a liberal nigga up here on the last show. He couldn't tell me what a woman was, but he knew for a fact he saw some titties. I'm like, bro, I don't think you saw titties. I still do not believe that last nigga saw some titties, bro, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Today is International Women's Day. I do want to give a big shout out to the research team who actually put together what I like to call big titty theory. Yes, big titty theory, y'all. Big titty theory is an evolutionary proposition that states in order to survive and to from an evolutionary a biological perspective, in order to propagate your genes further, women of lower intelligence will often have larger breasts as some type of compensating survival mechanism, right? And therefore, you will notice, not all, but quite often, women with really large breasts are usually not astrophysicists, not rocket scientists. They're not putting together papers for NASA, you know, they're not working in diaper programs, you know what I mean? It's usually not the C cups, you know what I mean? It's not the B's and beyond. For some reason, the IQ hits a cliff. And I just want to, you know, thank people who actually study these things professionally for giving some real world credibility to stuff that I come up with, like big titty theory. Now, you guys can only really judge from your own personal observation, but in your experience, how many women with really giant titties have been just extremely like high IQ? How often do you come across that kind of combination where it's like she got a huge rack and like, bro, she's a phenomenal chess player? Like, how often do you really meet that combination? I don't know why God made us the way God made us, but God made us this way. And I just want to give a shout out to the research teams out there who are giving a lot of credence to things that I just noticed casually in the world. Casual observations that I've made in the world, they get, they get backed up, science, you know what I mean? Science be telling us these things, Shout out to all the sciencey niggas out there, the scientist niggas that study titties and IQ. Shout out to all the scientists that study titties and IQ. What would we do without niggas that study titties and IQ? I wouldn't want to live in a world that didn't have men who professionally studied the cross-section between titties and IQ. I would hate to live in that. I mean, I would hate to not live in that world. You can't take this away from me. But like I said, it is international. Well, it was International Women's Day. And I'm here for it all. I want to give a shout out to a big hero, a Women's Day legend. I don't think I ever caught this guy's name. This happened like in Spain, maybe in Latin America. I don't know exactly, but the original hero, the original knight of Women's Day. Because ladies love a man. Ladies love a knight in shining armor. He is the knight of Women's Day. Right. Holding it down on Women's Day. Let's go Women's Day. Let's go girls. Let's go girls. I think they got him though. Oh man. What happened to him? Is he still going? Oh man, he's still going. Oh shit, what happened? He's still going. Women's rights, women's rights, women's rights, women's rights, women's rights, women's rights. Yes, let's go to the original hero of Women's Day. My man was out there celebrating like you're supposed to. That's how you're supposed to celebrate Women's Day, with women's rights, y'all.
Get back in the kitchen.
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
And now I invite you to scream! It's okay to scream! You are allowed to be loud! You are allowed to have a voice, and you women need it!
You know, this is the worst irony of the women's right. And you know, shout out to Ms. Cantrell. Ms. Cantrell introduced a term to the church recently: oppression dysphoria. You know, that you believe you're being oppressed when there's absolutely zero oppression happening to you. No matter what evidence to the contrary, you firmly believe in your oppression. It's almost like a religious belief or a psychotic break from reality or something. And you see that happening right here with these women. They are so oppressed that they are free to just go off into a big giant park in the middle of the day. They don't have to work. They don't have to be off raising a bunch of children. They can just go out into the middle of a park, make a giant circle in the park, and just yell and yell and yell and yell, just scream into the air as a rebellion against their theoretical oppression. This is like oppression dysphoria in practice. This is the praxeology of oppression dysphoria.
You are the leaders. You are the ones who will make the change happen. It is us. That's right. And now, I invite you to bounce. Shake it up.
Oh, they're bouncing?
Haven.
They're bouncing? Are they shaking titties for Women's Day? Oh, I love this. You know, even on Women's Day, they can't help but to shake some titties. Yes, bust that shit open. Shake that ass for Drake.
Shake your arms. Are you scared? You okay? Shake it out.
Oh, I love it.
Put your arms over your arms.
This is what oppression looks like, y'all.
Give yourself a hug. This is called havening.
Havening, making a haven for yourself. You got to love yourself.
Feel your hands. Shake it out and give it back.
Shout out to the oppression. Can you feel the oppression? Shake it off. Come on, jump around and shake it off for me, y'all. Pause.
Black women really do need to do some self-examination and look at yourself to figure out why is it that your men don't want you, and now why is it that your own party is telling you we don't want you either. There is a reason why conservatism is way more attractive to people of all ethnicities, because it is about the ideology and the worldview and the character development that you learn over here that the left knows nothing about. They want to push everything that is godless and wicked and evil, and they have a visceral reaction toward anything that is good and pure and righteous and godly. This is a battle of worldviews. It ain't your color. It's your trash character. That's the problem. And it saddens me to see women who have aligned themselves with liberalism and feminism, and they don't realize that the reason why they can't manage their misery is because they've tied their politics to an ideology that is morally bankrupt, and it leads you right down a path of death, destruction, and despair. This is why you have no joy. This is why you're sitting in your car crying on the internet, because an orangutan with horrible policies who presented herself as the hood rat version of the queen of politics lost her race. Did you really think that was a good reflection of Black women? And did you really think that all of Texas would vote for someone who's insulted the vast majority of the inhabitants in the state?
We need to give Nigeria back to the white man. I think, like, instead of this whole, like, creating new political parties, instead of doing all of that, like, just take a good look at the economy, especially compared to how it was whenever we were colonized, and just hand it over to the white man. And I don't even think that, like, there needs to be any, like, struggle. I think that we, as the next generation, should just look around and be like, this is not working. It's not. And second of all, the fact that, like, we even still call the country Nigeria, literally the word Nigeria was made up by some white man, and we still call ourselves Nigerian. The fact that English is still widely spoken, and not even that, the fact that English is our national language, the official language of Nigeria, is insane. You guys fought for independence for what? For what? Like, and you're still, I don't know, it's honestly kind of embarrassing at this point. Give the country back to the white man, please.
I got nothing. You know what? A Black woman is speaking, and I'm just going to shut up and listen, all right? That was a Black woman speaking.
But if man had to find out that his God was a woman,
I say the black woman is God, and
black woman is God.
I say the black woman is God.
The black woman is God because, you know, she was the first organism on this planet.
Any ladies want to come up and debate Valentine's Day? I see some Shaniquas in the back over there that don't like it. What I'm saying. Yeah, you and the brown. Yeah, I see you guys like looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm saying women need to bring more to the table. Yep, here we go.
What are you doing to earn it? I mean, men get given anything for having dicks and testosterone, so what are you doing to earn it?
Well,
Nothing?
It's interesting how I see girls like, you know, this one over here doing this dumb shit or clock it or whatever. The reality is that men have to bring far more into any type of relationship because women are more selective. So since women are more selective, by definition of the guy even talking to you and being around you, he has to bring something to the table.
Yeah, because most guys are assholes and women don't want to just sit and deal with that. So they're more
But that's
choosy.
my point. That's my point is that men have to bring far more to the table than women. So what I'm saying is for the guy, at least have her reciprocate something on her end before you give her some type of reward.
What do you want her to reciprocate?
Well, you know, do acts of service, you know, submit, be nice,
Like
be pleasant, not be a whore. Don't
What
be
do you mean by
annoying.
submit?
Listen to the man. See, this is why nobody likes black girls. That's why they're lost. This is why. See, of course, these guys, don't send for them, man. Like this.
Happy Women's Day.
This is actually one of the problems. We could talk about this. Like, this is why black women rate so low on dating apps, right? Like, there's a reason why so few men actually actively go out and date black women besides black dudes. Like, they don't really do well outside of their own race because black women have a lot of bad habits, such as being rude, rambunctious, loud, fake hair, ghetto. They don't submit to men. They don't believe in male authority. And you guys can see that right here. Like when I said submit to a man, she looked at me like I'm a fucking insane. But that's how relationships work. So, you know. Okay, tell me how I'm insane then. Well, so they can hear you. How am I insane? You can't even tell me why. See, since the beginning of time, men have been the leaders, women are the followers. That's how relationships work. Women want a guy who they can submit to. They want a guy who's taller than them, stronger than them, more competent than them. And I find that interesting how it's like women want all these things, right, from a guy, but then they'll sit here and lie and be like, oh no, I'm not going to submit. It's like, well, what? That's not how this works. No relationship works when a woman's in a leadership role. And we all know this, and the women even know this as well. The only thing women can lead is to the end of the relationship.
Nigeria is that there's still the fight we are having in modern day feminism in Nigeria is that there's still a denial that we are equal to men. Why is it when I say
they got Nigerian feminists, y'all?
Men don't women. Men don't.
Why do they have feminism in Nigeria? Don't Nigeria got enough problems? Why do they have feminism in Nigeria?
The fight we are having in modern day feminism in Nigeria is that there's still a denial that we are equal to men. Why is it when I say women and men are equal? Men don't women.
Dirty foot feminism. They're about to bring dirty foot feminism to America. You ain't even seen a real feminism till you've seen dirty foot feminism.
Men don't women. I'm not going to cook for a man. Then you begin to say I hate a man.
Examples of cases where it is interpreted as hate is when people make comments publicly like, I wish men never existed. Like women never existed.
What's the plural for 2 men?
Men.
What is the plural for 3 men?
It's still men.
What is the plural for 4 men?
Still men.
If you want to say all men, would you say all men?
You just say men.
Why are you expecting me to say some men? Because English language generally says, if I say 2 man, say woman. That's the word is men. If I want to say all men hate women, I'll say all men hate women. So why do you police women's language and say they are generalizing men? Because I could just mean two men.
That sounds like Nigerian witchcraft she just did. She just pulled some Nigerian dirty foot feminism witchcraft on this nigga.
I could just think, when they say men are superior to women, do they say some men are superior to women?
Okay.
When they say women are false accusers, do they say some women are false accusers? When they say women are intellectually inferior, do they say some women are intellectually inferior? When they say women should submit to men, do they say some women should submit to men? Or we should be using our English language to say some men, but nobody interrogates men English language? Okay. I'm beginning to get angry.
Yes. Dirty foot feminism coming to you soon, y'all. We used to just regular U.S. intellectual feminism. They be in colleges talking crazy. You ain't never met a feminist from a hut. Hold on a second. I think I got to rerun that. Let's pull that back up. I caught it this time. Lost the audio. All right, we're back.
Okay. So how do we do it? That's the question. So given that we've done some work to think about the broader condition in history that is shaping the realities of our classrooms, clarifying that our role in education, in the classroom, is to help these young folks understand themselves and the world and to better navigate it. What then becomes our method to do it? I think it is Black queer feminisms. Now, bear with me. I know some folks are probably like, what? Bear with me. I think Black queer feminisms is the compass that can help us navigate this socio-political condition.
Isn't that like a, that's just too many words. Because isn't Black feminism queer already?
Right. So Black queer feminisms is a school of thought. It is hundreds of years old. I would love to spend the next days with you all just going through some of the core ideas and tenets, to walk through the arc of political thought that is developed with it, as well as how it's been practiced in communities and education settings, as well as in socio-political terrain. Because we don't have time for that, I'm giving some very brief overviews of ideas. And in the question and answer section, if folks want more specifics, I'm happy to answer them. But what I did for us is pull out what I think are some key components of offering to you all as educators why you should subscribe to Black queer feminisms as a way of approaching how to improve the schools for Black students, for queer, trans, intersex students, but actually everybody.
If you're a content creator, then you know that a majority of content is just repurposed and recycled. You're going down your For You page, you see some girl, she writes a caption using some song, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna recreate it, and then you recreate it. But the thing that they don't tell you is that if you're a dark-skinned girl and you recreate the same shit that light-skinned girl did, or the girl with the loose curls or the blonde hair and the blue eyes, you're not gonna get the same type of a. If you're
I remember her. She was having an epic meltdown. That meltdown was so good. We had to memorialize that
But
shit.
does anyone see that? No. Does anyone care about that? No. All they see is an aggressive Black girl talking. And I can't shut up. I wish I could. I really wish I could shut the fuck up. But I can't.
American Airlines created a policy recently where if you're gonna have some type of audio device playing or your phone or whatever, you have to have headphones in there. You can't just let your phone play loud and just be blasting your music or your conversation or whatever for everyone to hear. And they really mean that shit. So this is the first person to get thrown off the plane for having their headphones too loud.
And that's I paid money for it and I played a video for 30 fucking seconds at 50% sound. And that's the fucking reason you're kicking me off? The fucking, hey, if you want to record, totally fine. No. Okay. I'm calm. No, I'm not. Because I said that sounds like a you problem, your staff had a no fucking bullshit that like they didn't accept that, and that sounds like a damn problem. Go ahead and call the police. What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? I stopped after that. I stopped after the second warning. It's okay for me to play a 30 fucking second video. Yes, please record me. Listen, hey, is this not a free speech America? Or like are we being assholes to literally everybody? I know. I am keeping the peace. Can I not express my feelings? Can I not express my feelings? Okay, thank you. I am doing this. Okay, thank you for recording me. I played a video for 30 fucking seconds. Come on. Go ahead. Okay. 30 fucking seconds.
Thank you, officer.
Shout out to law enforcement. Great job, boys. Great job. Gotta get these problematic hoes out of here.
So part of what I do in Womanist Midrash and in the lectionaries is talk about the difficult text. And this is also what I do in my intro text, that people know the Bible that's been curated for them. And actually, I don't say Bible, we say scriptures, because I have an 80-book Bible. Like the majority of Christians on the planet, Protestants are loud and new and have the shortest Bible in Christianity, and that 66-book Bible only comes into existence in 1782, as an artifact of the American War. Right. So put all of the stories, and then ask the question. I developed the language in Womanist Midrash: God in the text and God beyond the text. Because when we're telling all the stories, God in the text may in fact not be your God, right? But I believe in a God beyond the text, whom I occasionally find in the text, but not all of the portrayals are my God. And that's why Episcopalians say the word of God can be found in the scriptures, but not everything in the scriptures is the word of God.
A lot of people seem to not understand me.
Science proves that the black woman is God. We're not just saying that.
And the black and Latino woman, they manifested themselves out of dark matter energy. All right.
I believe the black woman is God.
Black woman, God. I don't believe God, no man. I believe God, a black woman.
The black woman is God.
But my number one subject matter is the black woman is God. That's first and foremost.
Black woman is God.
The black woman is still God.
You're God, black woman.
The black woman is God. She is the creator. She is the sustainer. She is the provider. She is the first teacher of the children. She is everything to the black race.
But don't get it wrong. I am still a white man's.
Yo, I got a question, right? So my ex, he snaked me and slept with one of my friends, right? Am I wrong? He an immigrant. Am I wrong for calling ICE and telling ICE, like, you know, like his whereabouts, where he work at, where he live at, and all of that, to try to go get ICE, you know, to get him and take him back home, since he want to, you know, not have no discipline. I think he need to go back to Africa and remember, you know, some type of structure, because they got structure over there. That type of stuff go over here. You've been here too long. You need to go back home and get yourself right and then come back. That's why I liked you. Y'all loyal. You know what I'm saying? So am I wrong? And then ICE, when you call them, they be wanting to know like your source. They be like, well, how do you know this person? Like we need to make sure, you know, this is a reliable source and all of that. I'm like, that's my ex. He fucked one of my friends. Yeah, I know that nigga. I know that nigga in and out. I know that nigga from the inside on the outside. What are you talking about? What else y'all want to know? Like what? I really called on him. And then they sit to talk about you as a black woman. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I never gave a fuck. If you try to hurt me, I don't give a fuck when nobody said, oh my God. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'm getting my shit back off. Like nobody getting off on me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And I don't even understand. My crash out moments is not really like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want nobody ever to play with me. Like, please don't play with me. I don't care. You go high, I'm gonna go higher. Fuck, you hit low, I'm gonna go lower. Fuck is you talking about, bitch? Now think about what you did on that whole flight back to fucking Africa, ho. Now, was I wrong? I don't think it was.
You were wrong, but I'll allow it. It was wrong, but I'll allow it. Just because he's an immigrant, you know, these are the things that must be done. Sometimes you just got to turn your head and look away and let justice happen. Let nature take its course every now and then. It was wrong, but I understand, goddammit. I understand. These chicks be out here wilding though.
I'm starting to question some niggas' judgments. Because asking me for my number when I look like this. Bro, I haven't even created the fake edges to make me look like I have edges. I just said no because you don't even care what your girl looks like. I'm starting to question some niggas' judgments. Because asking me for my number when I look like this. I look like this.
I've been thinking about this. I've been really thinking about this here, and I'm wondering, like, what's really the problem with this chick? Because in my mind, like, listen, men like women. Men like women. He saw a woman, and he was like, you know, she looks attainable. You look like I can get you. And you know what? You know what I think in her mind? And this is how crazy chicks' minds are. This is how crazy women are in the head. In her mind, she's like, you know what? I don't even look good. I know I can look better than that. I know I can like really. She's feeling like a 4, but she knows if she really tries, she can max it out to like a good 7. But she mad that the nigga tried to get her on a beauty discount. That's really what it is. The nigga tried to get her on a beauty discount, and she was like, oh, nah, you're not going to come at me like I'm a fucking 4 or 5. I need you to get me when you respect me like I'm a 7 or an 8. And because she can't really pull that off right now, she just got to be her regular, natural, no makeup self. He gave her the 5 game. He gave her 4 game. And she was like, oh, I know this nigga didn't just come at me like I was a 4. Look, Nappy had 50% off. This is what I'm saying. You look like you could probably. He looked like he had an easy win. The nigga thought he had an easy win. And he was like, I know this ugly bitch is not tripping on me right now. And you sitting there like, I know you didn't just come at me with the ugly bitch game. I mean, this is how they mind work. She like, oh nah. I deserve a nigga who respects me for being better looking than this. I can't come into the game like a 4. You know what I'm saying? I can't come in like this. I'm only ever gonna be a 4 to this nigga now, no matter what. And so she just kind of knew. I guess she knew from experience. She done had some bad experiences. She already know. But I don't know. Female minds are crazy though. Chicks be out here tripping, man. Chicks really be out here tripping.
Fuming.
Oh, the music right away. The music tells me something happened. And look, she all red around the eyes. She been crying. Redbone tears.
You want me to be honest? I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm fuming. I'm on fire. I'm mad because I care more about you than you care about me, and that's how it's always fucking gone!
Oh, I can't. I gotta stop.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
I'm mad because I care more about you than you care about me, and that's how it's always fucking gone! I'm tired of it. I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm tired of feeling so much. I'm tired of being in my head. I hate it.
Oh, I gotta hold on to this one. She's the keeper. I gotta hold on to this one right here. We gotta cut this one up, chop this up into little bits and pull it out later.
I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. And no matter how much I try to let go of it and give it to God, it's still so heavy. I feel hopeless. I feel humiliated. I'm embarrassed. I'm confused. And I can't ask for help. I'm over it, bro. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this.
I don't know if it was the music or the Redbone tears, but like I'm halfway interested in like what the hell happened to this bitch? All I could think to myself is what the hell did this nigga do to make this bitch so mad? Like really, what the hell happened? Now I want to know. I'm curious now. Might need to bust the same move one day. I don't know. But what the hell did this nigga do? Because she is mad. She didn't like raise the temperature in the car. It's like steaming up in that car right now just because of her.
Confused. And I can't ask for help. I'm over it, bro. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. Sick of this. I don't want to feel anymore.
Bro, see, those are dangerous last words, man. Imagine being in the backseat, Red, and that shit Uber driver though. Yo, could you imagine that was your Uber driver having a crash out moment, and you about to go over a bridge that's not even on your route at all? You like, why the hell are we going over this bridge? Wait a minute, where the hell are we going? Like, could you imagine? Oh my God, these chicks be really going through it out here. These chicks be having a moment, y'all. This is what International Women's Day is for, though, because, you know, women be going through things.
I'm over it, bro. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. Sick of this. I don't want to feel anymore. Feeling's what's supposed to make somebody a person, and I don't even want to feel anymore. I'm just done. I'm done.
Damn, she said, I don't even want to be a person anymore. Did I hear a kid's voice at that very last second, or was that the car?
I'm done.
Oh, that was the car. Okay.
You are physically stronger than me. If you wanted to, you could kill me.
Don't be scared.
I have been having the thought that I feel so weird saying it. I don't even know how to say it. I'm sorry. You are physically stronger than me. If you wanted to, you could kill me. I would say that you would never do that. But like there is.
Oh my God. You know, this is actually like, there is a reality to that where as men, and especially like me, I'm not a little guy. I've been fortunate enough that I've always been a little bit bigger than most guys around me. So to be like in a woman's body and to have that kind of internal feeling of fragility or whatever, you know, the closest I ever think I came to that feeling is right after surgery. And it's like you try to walk around outside and you can barely move and walk around. And I knew for a fact if a fucking little kid came and pushed me over right now, he totally got that win, right? Like that's probably the closest I ever felt to what she's talking about right now as just the normal reality of being a chick. Where like any man out there can just totally he can just kill me. And what can I do?
You are physically stronger than me. If you wanted to, you could kill me.
Don't be scared.
I have been having the thought.
And you know what, Red? That's actually true too. I realized that is the only thing that keeps women from totally like genociding men is the fact that they really can't beat us up. If women as a group could beat men up, they would totally enslave us. I promise you. They would only let us out to walk and to like fuck for exercise. Like they would totally enslave us if they could beat us up. The world would be totally backwards, man.
That I feel so weird saying it. I don't even know how to say it. I'm sorry. You are physically stronger than me. If you wanted to, you could kill me. I would say that you would never do that. But like there is not a 0% chance of that happening either. Like these women who thought their husbands would never did. The reality of that has been weighing on me.
You know how many women have killed their husbands throughout the years too? That's the other reality. It's like you really sitting here with your fake tears and your little red eyes and your puffy cheeks act like I'm terrifying you. Bitch, I'm afraid of you. I gotta make sure you're asleep before I go to sleep. I gotta wake up before you wake up. I gotta peek my head in the kitchen every time you cook and make sure everything is in order. And you telling me you afraid of me. I'm afraid of you. What you talking about? All the women that them killed their husbands over the years, done got pregnant by the nigga down the block and you don't want to get in trouble. One of these niggas had to go. All the shit women go through, and then she gonna look him in the face and be like, but you could kill me if you wanted to.
Me lately, and I'm scared to talk to you about it because I don't want you to like get the idea to do anything.
Thank you for sharing that with me. That is emotionally powerful.
I would have totally turned that moment around on her. I'm not letting you pull that shit off on me. I would have totally turned that around on her. Nope. I'm afraid of you. You be having all of these emotional outbursts. You go through all of these highs and lows. You scare me. Talking about I scare you. You look at me and you think I would never do that to you. I look at you and I just know one day you will do that to me, all right? I would totally turn that shit around. I can't, no. You are not about to play this crazy game with me.
I get the idea to do anything.
Thank you for sharing that with me. That is
Telling you. They literally be watching TV and trying to figure out how to get away with murder. They have TV shows called How to Get Away with Murder. And it's mostly about women killing their husbands. Women have wrote books. They didn't wrote how-to manuals and shit. A step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track, not your wig pushed back. These bitches then gave each other all kind. They've been writing secret texts for like 100 years. You got to pour the milk of the poppy into his coffee and shit like that. They've been getting away with killing niggas all this time. You gonna look me in my face, start crying and be, I just know, because you're so big and look at you, you have muscles. And if you don't shut up, get the fuck out my face with this bullshit. I think I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
And I'm scared to talk to you about it because I don't want you to like get the idea to do anything.
Thank you for sharing that with me. That is emotionally powerful and super heavy for you to carry. I have never once had a thought of what my life would be like without you.
All right, now that's some bullshit. All right, you see, it's that bullshit. No. This is that shit that make them feel like we need to have an International Women's Day. Niggas ain't got no backbone in the house. Goddamn. He's like, I have never thought about the day. Yes, you have. Every time you start crying, like, I be see, man, why the fuck, man? You gotta cut that shit short, bro. Stop. You gotta learn to figure out which tears are real and which tears are fake.
Much less like to carry something through like that.
Oh my God. His wife gonna be the same bitch at the Women's Day March talking about, I'm oppressed. These men out here are vicious. I'm not allowed to do nothing. These be the same bitches going to the Women's Day March acting like they life so hard. That nigga at home cucked himself into a pretzel over you. Goddamn shame what he did for you. Talking about, I'm just so afraid because you're just so big and you can hurt me. Like, I'm afraid to eat your cooking, all right? How about that? I can't leave you alone in the kitchen. Why is there a bottle of bleach in the spice cabinet, huh? Why do you have that little small bottle of bleach in the spice cabinet? What the hell's that about? Got all type of cleaning products next to the cooking products and shit. Can't trust you. You pouring detergent into my coffee pot and shit. There was a chick that just went down for that like a year ago. She was like poisoning her husband's coffee slowly over time. Like bullshit, no bullshit. He had to set up a whole hidden camera in the house. He's like, what is that she keep pouring in the Keurig machine? You're only supposed to put them little coffee packs in there. What is she putting in there? Shit's crazy, bro. Shit's crazy.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse between my ex-husband and I, it actually did. And he showed me a level to him and a side to him that I've never, ever experienced before. So early last week, he told me that now that he is caring for the boys full time while I prepare to move, he obviously stopped the child maintenance payments to me, which is what we had agreed. I didn't want to be in receipt of anything because I didn't have the children, and that money was court ordered at the time of our divorce for our boys' activities. So their extracurricular activities, their breakfast club, after school club, tutoring, athletics, football, you name it, they do it, and that's what that money was for. So it's not a substantial amount, but it was in line with his salary at the time, and it was enough to cover those outgoings. It didn't cover their accommodation, it didn't cover their food, none of those things. So obviously, as they are no longer in my full-time care, that money was to stop. Absolutely, no questions asked. Now, he was saying that not only is that money stopped, he took the car that he had previously got for me away. Again, that's totally fine. I'm leaving the country. You don't owe me anything like that. That car was to make taking the kids from A to B easier. Totally fine. Here's the bit that threw me. He is saying that I need to pay him child maintenance. So I need to pay him child support, he said. And I was like, sorry, what exactly do you mean? He literally repeated himself and said that now that he has the boys, I have to pay him child support. Now, mind you, I have been self-employed for over a year. And you know what it's like when you're starting a business. It's not like I have the financial securities or the financial pulling power as I did while I was an EA. So I'm like, where exactly do you think I'm going to get money from to pay you? Anyway, I thought that he was going to simmer down and he was just like bluffing, or maybe he was angry.
Up here using all of these words to say I ain't got the money. You're going to have to come up with the money, baby. That's the way it is. This is a new world. You owe that man. You're going to have to pay. He need his money.
I need that money.
I
Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes.
It's 2026 and women pay child support too now. Equality means paying child support too now.
Lo and behold, I received an email this week from a mediation service saying that he has instructed them to start mediation with me. I would have to cover all of my costs, and they were inviting me to a meeting with them. I declined it because I'm not mediating over me paying you child maintenance.
Oh, you don't want to go to mediation? Oh, she think it's a game. You must think it's a game. She must really ain't got my money. That's what that is. You must really ain't got my money. I bet you're gonna get my money though. You must ain't got my money, but I bet you're gonna get my money. Talking about you don't want to go to no mediation.
When I paid for our whole divorce, and anything that you paid to me has now been stopped because it was for the kids and I don't have the kids. Guys, can you explain to me, like the men of this generation? I have not heard anything like this before. My dad, who I've had to loop into it, was like, just ignore him. This is illegal.
Oh, you brought your dad into it? I bet your dad gonna get you my money. That's why she brought her dad into it. Her dad gonna get you my money. Either way, somebody you know gonna get me my money.
Men can't get money off women. That's literally what my dad thought.
Yeah, that's literally what your dad thought. I bet your dad thought wrong. I bet your dad thought wrong. Oh my God. You know what? Listen. One of y'all got to put $1 in the hat because you don't see shit like this coming up here. Shit like this is just not a part of American culture. This next video I got to show you, I'm just trying to tell you, man. Listen, you're blessed by being over here right now. I might even put this behind a paywall, right? I just might put this behind a paywall because you don't see videos like this quite often.
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
Get you some act right. They hit bitches in the face with rocks over in other countries. You niggas don't understand. In America, they talk about game. In America, they talk about romance and what to do on the first date. Outside of America, if you're not covered up, you get hit with rocks, man. That's it. No negotiation. There is no table. There's just a bunch of rocks, man. Rocks just be flying out the air. Rocks of justice, y'all. These are rocks of power. Rocks of equality. You know the funny thing? I noticed she's wearing a bulletproof vest. I noticed that she was ready for, like, in case gunfire broke out, but she didn't bring her helmet. You know, ironically, if she'd have had her helmet on, she would have been safer. Because the helmet could have been like a burqa. Because they just don't want you out there with your face and your hair exposed. You could have wrapped your hair up, put that helmet on, boom, rock would have hit you in the head, no problem, gang, gang. But you out there, no burqa on, your face all exposed like an American thought, rocks in the face, y'all. Rocks in the face on Women's Day. I don't even know if it was Women's Day. It's Women's Day everywhere, though. Every day is Women's Day somewhere, goddammit. Damn, the face you make. Hold on. Damn, son. That's crazy. And they, feminists in America be really acting like this is what happens in America. Like, why don't feminists in America just keep it a buck? Most of American life is nothing like this. Most chicks in America don't get rocks thrown at them. You know what? True story. When I was a kid, I literally got hit in the face with a rock. Got cracked right over the eyebrow, like literally right in my eyebrow. I had to get a couple of stitches. But I'm a dude and I can just eat that shit, walk it off. That shit doesn't really happen to girls because you weren't wearing a burqa. I feel like when most American feminists talk, they really be talking about like third world shit that happens outside of America. Because for the most part, dudes ain't really throwing rocks at you just randomly. And whoever that was, that shit was good aim too. Like, God damn. They need to get that nigga in the military or something. He was ready for that shit. He was like he was like training for that day. Nigga was rock ready. Just like, I wish a bitch would show her face in public around me. You don't really meet a lot of dudes like that. Just be ready, just on it. Nigga be practicing every day throwing rocks at bitches, bro. Yo, life outside of America is different, is all I'm saying. Life outside of America is crazy. But life inside of America is a particular type of crazy too. We got our own unique type of crazy.
Hey, Minnesota State Representative Krista Knudsen. So today in the Labor Committee, Representative Dave Pinto requested a study for the benefits of shoplifting. There are no benefits to shoplifting for...
Are they studying shoplifting? Hold on now. Explain this to me again, nice white lady.
Hey, Minnesota State Representative Krista Knudsen. So today in the Labor Committee, Representative Dave Pinto requested a study for the benefits of shoplifting. There are no benefits to shoplifting for the people that are being shoplifted from. I have no idea what else to say. I'm shocked, actually. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Who benefits from shoplifting? The criminals. Once again, the criminals benefit from shoplifting. Please take a look at the comments to see for yourself.
It is an intriguing line of questions. Several of us are on the Public Safety Committee, and yesterday there was a presentation of a group seeking to change how we address organized retail theft. And it actually had not occurred to me to ask, it probably would have been good, to make sure that they would study sort of the benefit of shoplifting and of retail theft. And because perhaps people are relying on that and sort of using that. Maybe it's, assisting them in some way. I mean, these folks were describing people violating the law, but I suppose it could be useful to look into that. But ultimately, it's a policy question, right? We do want to make sure when we have a law in place, we're enforcing it. So.
Yeah, we have a special kind of crazy here in America, It's not third world Middle Eastern crazy, but it's a special kind of crazy. I found this video earlier. Let me turn the music off. But I just realized something. They just touched down in Iran. We are bombing Iran with war quiches, y'all. We're unleashing next gen weaponry. We're bombing Iran with war quiches. Yes, we're sending war quiches to Iran. Yeah. This is how you get them. This is how you make the Muslims collapse internally. You infiltrate them with war quiches, and then you just let the chaos do its thing. That's all you need. You just drop tons of war quiches into the mountains of Iran and watch what happens, y'all. Watch what happens. This war is going to be over by like next Juneteenth.
Just happened to say upper middle class black women, middle class black women. You are shitting a lot on the left. You shouldn't do that. I'm gonna be so real. Clearly, I'm a black woman, okay? I'm a leftist black woman. I'm a black woman who knows that my community deserves better, that my community deserves reparations, that my community deserves actual affordable housing. My community deserves fresh fruits and vegetables. We deserve a party that's actually going to keep its promises. The Democratic Party promised to cancel your student loan debt. Black women hold the most student loan debt out of any other demographic group. And we also support 86% of the houses in the Black community solely or mainly. Don't you think it would have been nice if the Democrats kept that promise? Instead of thinking emotionally about why people would stay home and not vote in this election, maybe you should think more materially about why that is. And because a lot of us that are on these screens are privileged, because a lot of us that are on these screens are not working class, because a lot of us that are on these screens have degrees and have 100Ks and all, and have 100K and all that stuff, y'all are not even realizing how elitist and classist you sound. 1 in 5 households in America don't even have Wi-Fi. So a lot of the messaging and a lot of the conversations that we're having on these screens, they don't even have access to that. People are worried about paying their rent. They're worried about buying groceries. They're worried about the cost of gas.
You know, I realize listening to a lot of these chicks, their political interests just boils down to pay for my life. That's really what all their politics boils down to in one way or another. Somebody got to pay for my life.
Are a lot of people racist as hell? Yes. Do a lot of people hate Black women? Absolutely. They hate Black women, no matter what fucking social class we're in. And also, there are a lot of working class people that literally don't even have the bandwidth to think about their hatred of Black women because they're trying to pay their bills. Or maybe, hey, shit, maybe they scapegoat Black communities because they think that we're getting things that they're not getting. That is a part of the American programming, the American propaganda. The median household income in the Black community is $56,000. When I'm talking about working class people, I am most definitely talking about Black people. Most definitely. Most definitely. Because programs that help us will help everybody. And we all know that the only reason why many of these social...
What if everybody don't need the programs? What if it's only Black people that think they need the programs? You guys remember that that Russian guy I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, like maybe last week, I don't know, but he ran through a bunch of Africans, like literally different countries in Africa. I think that's becoming a thing now.
I remember last year when a Black American passport bureau went to Kenya and everyone made a video talking about how Kenyan women, are so available. The money is good, with his access to US dollars, he has so many available Kenyan women to choose from. Kenyan feminists filled the internet. They tried to kick this man out of the country. Y'all did everything. Y'all said everything. Apparently, that anger only applies to Black passport bureaus. White boys, they can get it all. They can get everything. It says here, Time Africa. This is from Time Magazine. Time Africa reveals that tech nomads are using dating apps to sexually exploit Nairobi's university women. But that's not it. Kenya is experiencing a concerning rise in sexually transmitted infections, STIs, and a reversal in HIV progress in early 2026. We're only in March 2026. Driven by critical condom shortages, funding gaps, and increased vulnerability among young people. Data indicates a sharp increase in new infections. White boys making $1,000 a month can afford to move to Kenya and rent nice, cheap apartments. See, Black boys, when they do it, when Black American men do it, go in there to look for wives. Kenyan women are like, no.
I can't imagine going to Africa and then going raw. Like, those are two life-altering decisions, like two separately but consecutive life-changing. Like, these are some radical decisions you made, my nigga. First of all, you went to Africa. That's a whole level of danger. That is just a bundle of traps and snakes and ladders and shit like that. And then you went to Africa and you bust something raw. Like, Jesus Christ, my nigga. Like, are you on drugs? What type of drugs do they serve in Africa? I could never.
No, get out. We are not easy. We are not prostitutes for you. But let white men, let Muzungu come looking for things to just, with his HIV, he's deciding I'm going to infect as many as possible. Kenyan women, look at this Muzungu. Now look at it. Y'all are having, basically, West African men, y'all need to leave these Kenyan women alone. They are diseased from white men. Almost every if she's Kenyan, just assume she's a walking disease from your white man. Just leave her the fuck alone, because this hypocrisy is too much. A black man flew there with the intent of looking for a wife. He made a video. Y'all crucified him. Hundreds of Kenyan women were making videos on the internet, but let a white man come and infect you.
I love watching the pro-blacks crash out over Keisha. There's nothing so bitter as a pro-black crash out for Keisha, bro. They really feel it the most.
With the intent of looking for a wife. He made a video. Y'all crucified him. Hundreds of Kenyan women were making videos on the internet, but let a white man come and infect you and give you HIV and STI is okay. Nobody's making video because it's Muzungu. African men, leave Kenyan women alone. They are diseased. They are diseased. White men have ruined them. They are diseased. I said what the fuck I said. Also, I don't think it needs to be said. This does not apply to the Somali women in Kenya. They're on point.
24. I've never been in a relationship before, and if you're gonna tell me to get a fucking makeover, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What do I look like changing myself for a fucking man? Do you think I wake up every day like, might as well get dressed and see if a man will like me today? Maybe I'll change my hair and maybe, just maybe, a man will finally fucking like me today. Do I look fucking dumb? And on that fucking note, actually, do you think, maybe you're just not feminine enough? Maybe you're too fucking aggressive. And do you want me to sit here and be demure and just like bring myself down just so a fucking man will like me? I'd rather be alone for the rest of my goddamn life than perform for men.
God forbid a bitch just be nice. Can't even play nice. You can't even be nice to the nigga that you actually like. Crazy work.
Myself down just so a fucking man will like me? I'd rather be alone for the rest of my goddamn life than perform for men. Than to wake up every day thinking about what will attract a man. What can I change about myself so that a fucking man will want me? You need to look at your fucking self and conceptualize why you're thinking and think about your actions in your life and how you've changed your fucking life to attract a man. And maybe that's why you fucking hate yourself. And maybe that's why you keep telling people that have never been in a relationship before that they need to fucking change themselves. Because maybe it worked for you. And maybe, just maybe, you wake up every fucking day thinking how you fucking hate yourself because you started doing this to change a man. You started doing your edges to change a fucking man, putting this fucking outfit on to change a man, not speaking up about your fucking rights to change a man. And maybe when that man says something you don't fucking like, you keep your fucking mouth shut just so that you can fucking keep him and keep your bed warm at night because you're fucking afraid of being alone. I've been alone for so long, bitch. Men are completely decentered from my life. So why the fuck would I give a fuck about what a man thinks about me?
She needs to get one off. She really needs to get some dick. What was that word we learned recently? I bet she's suffering from touch starvation. She is touch hungry. She is hungry to be touched. Oh, look, you know what's crazy? Y'all remember Sky Jackson? She used to be a Disney kid. I forgot the show she was on, but she was real popular. And then after she grew up and she aged out of the Disney life, and she was kind of like on social media talking crazy about Hollywood and all of that stuff. I remember she was like likable and cute and still. And then she started messing with this one white kid named Yerky. Yeah, a white guy named Yerky. It's a baby daddy now. Well, Yerky is in jail for some type of crime. I don't know what he did, but Yerky got locked up. And then I think Yerky got more charges while he was in jail. He might have caught a body or some type of assault charge while he was in jail. And yeah, Yerky going through it. Yerky might never come home. Yerky look like he cooked right now. They are cooking Yerky. And but Yerky's still her boo. Yerky is still her boo. And I think she got a contract, some type of contract she signed in some type of way where she has to pay Yerky like 20-something K a month, something crazy like that. Don't quote me on the numbers, but she is locked into a situation. I've seen her do video about this before, but it's bad for her. I forget her name, but it's bad for her out here, man. She's struggling. On Women's Day too, man. She's struggling.
Then your girl was cleaning out her closet. Instead of just giving it to Goodwill and then going to sell my clothes, I just sell it myself on my Poshmark. My username is SkyJack. I'll put a screenshot of it right here. So if you guys...
Yeah. Sky Jackson. That was her name. Sky Jackson. My kids used to watch her TV show.
Want to buy some of my clothes, again, you don't have to if you don't want to. So you can keep on with the negative comments. But I might as well just sell them and someone else making money off of my clothes. Like, that just doesn't make sense. And I price everything very affordable. Things are like $15, $20, maybe like $45 at most. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Then
Yeah, she out here doing an online yard sale, man. She got to play. She got to pay for her man Yerky. She got to keep Yerky going while he locked up, trying to hold Yerky down in his time of need. So she out here literally selling her clothes. This is an online yard sale. Goddamn. Pray for Sky. Pray for Sky.
Don't touch me there.
You guys remember this one?
Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no-no swear. Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no-no swear. Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no-no swear. Stop. Don't touch me there.
Gen Z boss enemy. Gen Z boss enemy. Itty bitty titties in a ball. Itty bitty titties in a ball. 5'3" and an attitude. 5'3" and an attitude. Secret product in the trench. Secret product in the trench. New friend green and a sneaky link. New friend green and a sneaky link. Fake 10 hands in a hoop. Fake 10 hands in a hoop. Gen Z boss enemy.
If I need help, we don't like you. Men don't like you. They like fucking you. Men don't want to be in relationships. They want to fuck. Men don't like being married. They like to fuck. Don't believe me. Believe what men say. I'm a 31-year-old man. If I want company, I hang out with guys. If I want to talk, I talk to guys. If I want to play games, I play with guys. If I want to ride my motorcycle, I ride with other guys. If I need help with something physical, I ask a guy because they are stronger. So the only reasons to be with a woman is because I like to look at her beauty, cuddle, and have some kind of schmegs. I can't handle a woman for longer than 2 weeks without alone time because they always drive me nuts, making everything complicated and demand things I wouldn't even do for myself. They also have that horrible trait of trying to fill me up with guilt when things don't go their way one time. So sooner or later, I break up with them because I can't handle another day with them. So as a guy with that mindset, I don't even have to think about the future because there's no way I date any girl for more than 3 years. The issue is that I'm horny every day and schmuckers are too expensive to fuck daily. So I'm forced to try to have a relationship and make it work until I can't stand them anymore and break up at some point. There you go. He said it all.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just get to a point in life where, you know, you do the math. You do the math. And, you know, because women just have such an interesting take on things every now and then. It's like, I can't believe this is the type of shit chicks sit around and think about. Like, you know how, like, as a dude, you'll be sitting around with your boys and You might be drinking, smoking, or whatever, and random conversations pop up and random things come up or whatever. This type of shit women pull up with randomly.
Going back to the whole cheating thing, unless you're interacting with an actual live human being and you're not merely passively consuming content, that's simply not cheating. Cheating is not defined by whatever your wife subjectively wants it to mean. Touching your own body, whether that's to clean.
Is masturbation cheating? These are the high intellectual, deep philosophical conversations that women engage in. Is masturbation cheating? I don't think any guys have ever pondered, like thinking about a woman, like if you catch your girl flicking her bean, do you feel like you're getting cheated on? Only women know. For women, that is a philosophical fucking conundrum. This bitch is turning to Nietzsche about some shit like that. Gotta weigh all type of motives and emotional realities and shit. Is he cheating when he's stroking it out?
Simply not cheating. Cheating is not defined by whatever your wife subjectively wants it to mean. Touching your own body, whether that's to clean it or to provide yourself with sexual pleasure, is not cheating, any more so than her watching a Hallmark movie and getting turned on by that handsome farmer boy. Asking a man to just accept a wife who constantly refuses sex and expecting him to be okay with being celibate is one thing, but then to also mandate and remove all sources of orgasms.
See, look, that's how they get you, bro. That's how they get you. On a spiritual level, oh my God, I can tell you done been through it, huh? You done got hit with that one and didn't know how to respond, huh? nigga got hit with a kung fu he didn't know how to counter. On a spiritual level, right? Yeah, bro. Your spiritual dick was in some other spiritual coochie. And now you're in trouble. And now you're in trouble. And now she's mad. And now she's upset. And now you have to atone for your spiritual crimes. Bro, man, I could tell, man. You got hit with that left hook and was like, God damn it, I have never seen this kung fu before. My master didn't prepare me.
Is a whole different level. It's not realistic, and it's not an approach that is loving or considers both sides. Because if this is the route that you choose to go as a man, what's going to happen is that you are going to build up way too much resentment. And all that anger is going to destroy you internally. And so you might not physically divorce your wife, but mentally you're going to divorce your wife. But this is the approach that men are taught, that it's always the man who has to be beholden to his wife's libido, while never holding the wife's feet to the fire as though they are to be held to a different standard. So for a marriage,
hey, if your wife isn't putting out, you have to literally put her feet over the fire. Works every time, all right? You gotta warm them toes up. Nothing gets the coochie wet like warm toes, bro. Just put her feet just gently over the fire. If you don't have one, start one. Telling you, works every time. If your wife isn't putting out, just gently hold her feet right directly over the fire. Not too close. You don't want to singe it, but high enough to get that nice brown glaze.
Into his wife's libido, while never holding the wife's feet to the fire as though they are to be held to a different standard. So for a marriage to survive and even thrive long term, a man must reclaim his sexual frame.
We got chicks out here giving Christian sexual pep talks, bro. This is the shit I do for International Women's Day. We got chicks out here giving Christian sexual pep talks, man. Fucking Women's Day.
24 hours.
Look, these niggas done invaded Women's Day.
International Women's Day for and by trans women is happening this Saturday. We have a whole day of workshops, discussions, and community activities for and by trans women. This is such an exciting event. Ticket sales close this Wednesday. Don't miss out. We've also been receiving some questions about the event location. The location will be released 24 hours before the event happens, so keep an eye on those emails. If you haven't bought a ticket, don't wait. And to those who have bought a ticket, we're so excited to see you on the day. Thank you for supporting this event and for supporting the Inner City Legal Center. See you there.
The men of Women's Day, y'all. Those are the men of International Women's Day. We couldn't let International Women's Day go without giving a shout out to the men of Women's Day. If you're a man who celebrates International Women's Day, that was the moment. That was your shot right there.
Because, like, okay, it's a thing that happens in the Philippines. You'll see when you're in the Philippines, you'll see a lot of younger Filipinos with older white men. And what happens is they will marry these men, get a visa, go to the States, and then they'll, like, you know, go back, like, help their families in the Philippines, go back and forth, ship stuff. A lot of my family has done that. A lot of my mom's friends' families have done. It's literally like a culture thing. It's crazy.
Is that white privilege? No, I'm joking. Let me ask you a real question. Who is using who in that scenario? Because, you know, on the one hand, we're supposed to be like, ew, these older white guys, these younger, desperate, third world, illiterate, dirty foot Filipinos. Like, we're supposed to feel as if the woman of that situation is getting taken advantage of, right? But think about what she just said here. Look at the reality of the exchange. I don't want to call it a transaction because that would be too clean of a word for you people. But who's really using whom here?
Happens in the Philippines. You'll see when you're in the Philippines, you'll see a lot of younger Filipinos with older white men. And what happens is they will marry these men, get a visa, go to the States, and then they'll, like, you know, go back, like, help their families in the Philippines, go back and forth, ship stuff. A lot of my family has done that. A lot of my mom's friends' families have done. It's literally like a culture thing. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. And because, like, okay, it's a thing that happens in the Philippines.
Some girls have all the luck. Some girls don't. Like this girl right here. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott and his fiance are no longer getting married. She missed out on her bag, y'all. She missed out on her bag. She allegedly refused to sign a prenup after he recently signed a $240 million contract. The wedding was called off 1 week before it was to take place in Italy. And she blew a trip to Italy. Damn. Damn, Dak. Well, I guess you found out the hard way, brother.
Uptown at night, my memories burning.
Hey. Damn, son, it's over. I think he dodged the bullet. I hear Filipino is still in business, bro. I hear the Philippines are still in business, Dak, just in case. I've been recently hearing a lot of good things about the Philippines, Dak. I don't know if you've heard of the Philippines, but since you got a lot of time coming up, you know, got a lot of time on your hands coming up, you might want to take a vacation, you know, travel the world. See things you've never seen before.
Do you know about the woman that entertained having a lavender marriage with Langston Hughes? Well, I'll tell you about her because this is I'll Tell You What. And every day this week, I've been telling you about a different Black woman within queer history. So if you love podcasts, you love love, and you love Black history, you definitely know what you should do. So let me tell you about Miss Dorothy West. Dorothy was born in 1907 in Boston to a prosperous family and enjoyed a privileged upbringing because of it. This affluent background provided her with a unique perspective on class and race, themes that permeated her literary work. As most young women do, Dorothy craved a romantic relationship. Dr. Cookie Woolner, the author of the famous Lady Lovers, wrote, quote, in 1932, at the age of 25, West took part in what appears to have been her first queer relationship. with a woman named Mildred Jones. She would also have a relationship with Marion Minus and would live with her and her mama for a decade. But she also had crushes on men as well. She, quote, discussed affairs of the heart with County Cullen. Yes, that County Cullen. She once wrote to him, quote, I do love you, County. Do go on loving me. You aren't a rock or an anchor, but sometimes a shoulder. When he was in Europe, she would frequently write him letters. In his biography, And Bid Him Sing by Charles Molesworth, he alluded that both of them writing to each other was just to go along with some made-up idea of each other that they both had. It was the early 1900s equivalent of texting just to text, basically. She briefly had feelings for Bruce Richard Nugent, a known gay writer and artist of the Harlem Renaissance, but perhaps the one she had the strongest feelings for was Langston Hughes.
Yes, y'all, the first stud in Black history. Yes, y'all, we are discovering things. The first stud ever.
She told him, quote, I never stopped loving you, not for one moment. And she proposed to him. Yes, you heard that right. Dorothy West proposed to Langston Hughes. She wanted Langston to, quote, provide her with a baby and promised she wanted nothing more from him, but her desired arrangement never took place. You might be wondering if Dorothy knew that County, Bruce, and Langston were queer too. Dr. Woolner wrote, quote, coming from a conservative background, she likely looked down on either having a child out of wedlock or getting a divorce, preferring instead to marry a man whose knowledge of her queer affairs would not destroy their union. Because she didn't end up with that heteronormative pairing, she never had a child, something those closest to her knew she low-key desired. So why didn't Dorothy settle for marriage, even if it was going to be a lavender marriage? Likely, Dorothy's decision to remain unmarried under
Black women have been pioneers in marrying gay men for over 100 years now. Yeah, listen, Chocolate, we're learning a lot right now. Black men have pioneered marrying gay men. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't even realize this was Black culture. Black culture is Black women marrying gay men. Been doing it for 100+ years now.
Scores her desire for autonomy. She once remarked, quote, I did not want to get married and have to nurse a man because I've seen that. The man becomes the woman's child. This perspective reveals her resistance to traditional marital roles that often demanded women to sacrifice their independence because the man is an imbecile that can't and won't do for himself. All in all, while Dorothy experienced a mixture of limerence and long-term partnerships, she never fully settled, showing that her independence was more important than the benefits that came with the constructs of marriage. Now, what do you know about Dorothy West? Tell me. And did you know any of this?
Hey, big shout out to my man D Scott with the $2. Resting in my misogyny. Appreciate you, bro.
Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
So Meg Thee Stallion is working on an anime series, right? And there was a little bit of commotion on the internet in the last week because we thought we had seen some unreleased footage of Meg Thee Stallion's anime cartoon called Hotties. And eventually Meg Thee Stallion released a statement saying that the images that you saw were from an unrelated project that never got released, but the internet, it was really roasting Meg Thee Stallion for making an anime about a team of, I don't know, crime-fighting Black women who use their twerk powers to bring people to justice, y'all.
Make this out of? It's called Pearl of Reason. So, like, you put them in a
She literally knocked over the training dummy with twerk wind. Yes, you made a Japanese animation studio animate twerk wind. And I low-key think they animated a booty hole. They animated booty holes and twerk wind from Meg Thee Stallion. Now, the internet, you know, again, this is all a leak. None of it has been confirmed as official. Meg Thee Stallion is denying it. But there is some type of cartoon out there featuring a Meg Thee Stallion character who is, in fact, using twerk fu and a twerk wind maneuver of some type as a kung fu art. A twerkuden, twerkduken. I don't even know what the words you would call that, but yeah. Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion is she's bringing animation to Black people. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion, y'all. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion and her twerk fu. We're gonna get out of here in a minute, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon, but let me see what else we got. What this hoe talking about? Manly looking chick here. This is a manly looking corporate broad.
Until you have built a business that has generated 7 figures in revenue, all of your critiques and criticisms are absolutely rooted in nothing. Today's day 9 of asking Mackenzie Scott for $1 billion so that I can give it to 1,000 Black women founders. What we're seeing right now with a lot of Black women founders that have succeeded at the highest level and are having various issues with their businesses really boils down to
You just asked a white woman to give Black women, you asked one white woman to give countless, who knows how many, just Black women as an infinite group, right? Black times infinity. You asked a white woman to give one Black woman, I'm sorry, you asked one white woman to give all these Black women $1 billion. $1 billion from one white woman.
Nigga, please. Serious.
Until you have built a business that has generated 7 figures in revenue, all of your critiques and criticisms are absolutely rooted in nothing. Today's day 9 of asking Mackenzie Scott for $1 billion so that I can give it to 1,000 Black women founders. What we're seeing right now with a lot of Black women founders that have succeeded at the highest level and are having various issues with their businesses really boils down to a lack of sufficient enough capital. I've seen a lot of criticisms online about Anifa of Hanifa, Jara of Ami Coley, Fawn Weaver of Uncle Nearest, Pat McGrath of McGrath Labs, and Picky Cole of Slutty Vegan. She didn't have strong enough business acumen. She wasn't a good person. They're criticizing her character. So she didn't make the right hiring decisions. The fact of the matter is that none of that is actually required to be a good CEO. Every day, white men are horrible people to their employees. Y'all saw the Epstein files. They're all in them. They're not good people. Every day, white men make bad business decisions and are still leading the top businesses in this country because none of that is actually a requirement to be a strong CEO. There's something I like to call fuck up capital, which is having enough capital to make the mistakes that you need in order to actually be a strong leader. Because mistakes aren't inherently a bad thing. Mistakes are only bad when you do not learn from those mistakes.
See, the problem is they don't have enough white man money to make white man mistakes, right? If I only had white man money, I could make white man mistakes and then learn white man's lessons and then get white man wealthy. And then this is literally her saying, you got to let me fuck up at a higher level. I deserve to fuck up at the highest level possible, okay? If you don't allow me the privilege and the freedom and the equality of fucking up at the highest level possible, you are in fact racist and sexist and probably homophobic too. Black women deserve to fuck up just like white men, more even.
There's something I like to call fuck up capital, which is having enough capital to make the mistakes that you need in order to actually be a strong leader. Because mistakes aren't inherently a bad thing. Mistakes are only bad when you do not learn from those mistakes. When you make a mistake, you learn from it and you take those learning lessons and you're able to apply it into the work that you're doing or into your life. That's great. The problem with Black women is that we don't have enough capital to fuck up. No more than 100 Black women have ever raised over $1 million in venture capital. White men every day raise capital. The business idea sucks. They're not strong founders. They don't have a good team around them. They're fucking up all the time. And they are still in business. Why? Because they have enough fuck up capital. A white man can have $1 million to fuck up. A Black woman can only have $1,000, maybe even more like 100. So when you make a business decision that costs you $1,000, as a Black woman, you're done. You're out of here. And then people will get online and say, get out of here. Meanwhile, white men are making business decisions that are costing them millions of dollars. And investors are like, buddy, well, what'd you learn? Well, I learned this and that. All right, cool. And they'll give them more money. Here's more money so you can keep going. I saw a comment where somebody said, how can your business not make money for 10 years? Do y'all know that Uber lost money for the first 14 years of its existence, and it has just recently become a profitable company? Uber lost $31.5 billion, honey. And investors kept saying, here's more money, here's more money, here's more money. Because a good business doesn't actually require you to be profitable. A good business requires you to have a product that enough people want. And that's really it. That's it. We are holding Black women to standards that are so impossible. No one else is asked to meet them. And we,
you know, without even going over Uber's numbers, let me just take that at face value. If Uber was losing money despite being, if Uber was losing all that money for all those years, I can tell you one thing that has to be absolutely true in order to stay in business all those years. You're bringing in crazy revenue up front. There's no other way. And see, this is kind of the thing about, business. You can go to classes and get all your degrees and learn all these big fancy words, but ultimately, there are very basic things that have to happen. Either you're selling your product or you're not. And when you tell me a thing like Uber wasn't profitable, quote unquote, for 14 years, yet they stayed in business and expanded for 14 years, I know from a business perspective, something else is happening. It's not just a bad business move. What they did is had incredibly high revenues. They probably leveraged their incredibly high revenues to get more investment so they can expand more into more regions, which leads to more high revenues. But they were always operating essentially at a loss because they were expanding rapidly. Now, that's the type of shit you learn from a practical experience in business, not just some theoretical classroom shit. And you sit there and you say, oh, Uber lost all this money. Yeah, you have no idea what was really going on, love. But you sit here with your power glasses on and you talk like you're a real businesswoman, like you know things. That it's just because the white man has all this money. If the white man didn't have all this money, I deserve to have the money that the white man has.
Get back in the kitchen.
Think that it's normal because we have no idea. You simply don't know. And that's why I'm making these videos, is to bring awareness, because you quite simply do not know what you have not experienced. And I have gone to business school. I've built the business for 6 years. I've made the millions of dollars. And I understand what all of these founders are going through. And when we talk about giving Black women founders grace, it's not out of the kindness of your heart. It is out of the understanding of a system that is working against them every single day at every single level. Oh, well, if you can get capital from venture capitalists, right? Because they're not giving Black women any capital, not even the ones that are female centered and are meant to give capital to women. They're not giving Black women capital. Then why didn't you go apply for a loan? I started with Bank of America. We ran millions of dollars through Bank of America. So my financial advisor is like, you should get a line of credit. You don't really need it now, but you might need it one day. Okay. I go to Bank of America, apply for a line of credit. You know, when people not only rejected giving me a line of credit, instead they offered me a credit card. And you know how much the maximum spend on that was? $2,000. Meanwhile, I'm making purchases left and right for $10,000, $20,000. What the fuck am I going to do with $2,000 as a maximum spend? That is the experience that you have to have as a founder to understand what these Black women are going through. So the next time you want to take your thoughts and your opinions and you want to add it to the discourse, pull back for a second, consider maybe you don't fully understand what's actually going on here. The point of systems is that it's not always so clear to everyone unless you're actually building within the system. You'll just never really know. A lot of Black women don't really talk about these problems because they don't want their businesses to be associated with struggle, but it's really fucking hard out here. And there's a reason why I'm getting online every day to ask Mackenzie Scott for $1 billion. This shit ain't sweet. It's
begging for a Billy is that is pure Black womanness right there. That she's like at like the peak of Black female fuckery, as Obsidian used to say. Begging for a Billy, not for me, but for all Black women, because you're all noble and high-minded.
incredibly difficult. It requires everything out of you to be a Black woman founder, to build in a system that was not meant for you, actively working against you. That's what Black women founders are really going through. And that's what no one is talking about. And no one is talking about that because y'all haven't experienced it. And that's the real truth of what's happening. Forget having grace, have understanding. Have understanding of a system.
Is that this, I'm just a girl, oh, I didn't know, the innocence thing, that's fine, cute and dandy. But once you make over a certain amount of money, that's not going to fly. People don't care, oh, I'm the personality hire. That's not working. Okay. Over a certain amount of money, people are not playing those reindeer games with you. The expectations are much higher. The stakes are much higher. And that is because that company is paying you well over $10,000, $20,000 a month before taxes. That has to clear their account. The jokes are no longer funny. the being cute, this, that, it's no longer a thing. Those men are gonna go, they're gonna treat you like a man in that room. I promise you. I promise you. It's gonna be, they're gonna do everything but curse you out. Because, you know, you're a woman. So they're not gonna curse at you. They're gonna curse at the motherboard, but they're not gonna curse at you, but they're gonna, trust me, you're a man in that room. So you want a soft life because you want to make a lot of money. Those two things do not go together. Your job is going to be hard and you're going to have to develop thick skin and but girl, that check, you know what I'm saying? The check is well worth it if you ask me. But just know that being a girl, being cute, oh, I didn't know, I didn't realize, none of that. None of it flies over a certain amount of money. Over 120, 125, none of that's flying. None of it's flying. None of it's flying. Why wasn't it done? Oh. We playing. Like we playing. Like we playing in here. Yeah, it gets like that. One of the things I really think it's so stupid that companies get to file Chapter 11.
Hey, more money, more problems. With a great paycheck comes a great responsibility. You got to produce, or if you don't want to produce, you can just stay home and be a girl. Life is a lot easier when you stay home and be a girl, but you know, you still have to know what you're doing. There you go. There you go.
Honey!
Happy International Women's Day, guys. Hit that like button, y'all. Appreciate you coming out today. Throw $1 in the hat on your way out the door. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. What a life.
back in the kitchen.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.